Hello, my name is Anna Rance. I'm Senior Sales Coordinator at Juice Plus. I started my Juice Plus franchise in February this year, and I do this part-time, and I also have a full-time job. So today what I'm going to be talking to you about is the business presentation and how best to do this and how to get every key point in there and keep it quite condensed, but also get all the information across to your potentials as you can. So this presentation can be done at an in-home, it can be done at a local event, it can also be done at a big regional, but more importantly, it can be done at your local restaurant with a couple of friends on the back of a napkin. So when we first start doing the business presentation, what we talk about is pyramid schemes, because a lot of people think that Juice Plus is a pyramid scheme. And so what I go on to say is what a pyramid scheme actually is. And usually I've got a pen in my hand when doing the presentation, so I use the example of pens. So I buy a box of pens off my mate Bill for a tenner, and then I sell them on to my friend for £20. She then sells them on to somebody else for 30, who then sells them on to somebody else for 40, and somebody else for 50. The person that paid £50 for the box of pens is never going to be able to sell them because they're left with something that's originally worth the £10 that I paid Bill. That's a pyramid scheme. Juice Plus, the product, has been around for over 20 years, and NSA, the company that makes Juice Plus, has been around for over 40. So I would never advocate something as stupid as pyramid schemes. But if you look at most corporate industries today, they work on like a pyramid structure. So what I always use the example of is Tesco's. So this is Tesco's, and at the top of Tesco's, you have a CEO. You then have your directors, your area managers, your line managers, and then you have Julie down here on the tills. So I always go on to then say, what are the chances of Julie becoming CEO of Tesco's? It's very unachievable and hard to believe. So what usually would happen is somebody from a sister company, Asda or something like that, would come in at the side and become CEO. Because even with 20 years good service, never had a day off sick, even if she kissed her boss under the mistletoe at Christmas, she's never going to get to CEO of Tesco's. Because as you can see with a pyramid, the window of opportunity lessens as it goes up. There's only room for one CEO. So what Juice Plus done is they took a pyramid and turned it upside down. So everybody but everybody starts at the bottom as a dealer. The next position that you would go for would be senior direct distributor, the next sales coordinator, then senior sales coordinator, qualifying national marketing director, and the pinnacle, when you've got here, you know you kind of made it. There are other positions above this, which we'll go into a bit later, but when you get here, you know that you've made it. The average national marketing director in Juice Plus earns around £80,000 a year, and Juice Plus will give them £1,600 in expenses a month. Now, these aren't expenses that you have to justify with receipts. They're just expenses that are paid into your account every month, and Juice Plus say, go out, hold events, share your story, promote your business, and take your team out and, build your team. So as you can see from this structure, the window of opportunity gets greater as you go up. There's no limit to how many national marketing directors there can be worldwide. There can be as many as we can physically achieve. So in the business, there's 4 elements. There's 4 elements to the business. The first being retail. Excuse the terrible handwriting. So retail is exactly what it says. You're retailing a product. So obviously we don't want you to go and sell a product. We want you to share your story, and people will approach you about the product and you would retail it to them. So for retailing a product, Juice Plus will pay you 10 to 20% commission, and that is retail. It's as simple as that. The next element to the business is mail order. So this is kind of what makes the business amazing. So mail order basically means that Juice Plus do all the hard work for you. So you go out, share your story, and Juice Plus will ship the product, invoice the product, and collect all the payments. It's completely hassle-free. As I said before, I run my part-time business and I also work full-time. I built my business through the power of my mobile phone alone, and that's it. So the next element is networking. So networking is exactly what I said before when talking about retail. You just share a product. So using the power of social media, you've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. There's loads of other social media websites out there that you can use. So you go out and you network. You tell people your story. You keep it real. You keep it you. And you go out and you tell people about your success with the product. You fall in love with the product and you're on the product, and all you're doing is sharing that. You network and people, as I said before, will approach you and want to get on the product, and that's when you retail it. Hope that's making sense. So market networking is one of the fastest growing industries in the UK today through the power of social media. Beyonce is obviously phenomenal. Her last album that she released, she done with absolutely no advertising whatsoever. She did this based on networking and networking alone, and it was her fastest selling album to date. So she told somebody who told somebody who told somebody else. And that kind of takes us on to our next element, which is teaching. So when I started in Juice Plus, the first thing I actually said to Emma Karen, who introduced me to the business, is I don't know anyone. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to be able to do it. I was a bit of a neckhead, to be fair. And then she basically done one thing and one thing alone, and that was teach me. She taught me everything she knew. I was introduced to the business by Emma, who was introduced to the business by Katie. And then I introduced Lucia, who introduced Kerry. So Katie taught Emma everything that Emma knows. Emma taught me, I taught Lucia, and Lucia taught Kerry. And that is just duplicating everything that's been happening up here, and that's filtered all the way down just by one person teaching another person. So this is the elements of the business, and you're probably now thinking, so how do I do it? What do I do to achieve these promotions and move forward in the business? So sticking with the whole Tesco themes, obviously Tesco's offer all their customers a club card. So for every pound you spend, you get a point. And so exactly like that with Juice Plus. So you go out, you retail your product, you make your 10 to 20% commission, and then they also give you for that sale a point value. So if you go out and you sell some shakes, Juice Plus will give you a point value of 135. For capsules, they will give you point value of 200. So I knew when I first started in the business that I needed to achieve a point value of 3,250 to get my first promotion of senior direct distributor. So I went out, that's my hair by the way, and I know that that's what I needed. So I did that. In my first month on my own, I obtained 3,250 points worth of sales, and I get my first promotion. But I didn't need to do it that way. There's an easier way, and this is how. So if I'd have gone out and told 2 people about this amazing opportunity and taught them what to do straight away, they would have been going for senior direct distributor also. So I would have had to go out and get 1,250 points worth of sales, and say they got 1,000 points worth of sales each. I've hit my target of 3,250 and I get my promotion. They go on and they get their 3,250, but they've also introduced 2 people each. And then they do that, and they do that, and it just continues and continues, and that is the power of duplication. So introducing 2 people is great, and I'll show you this by telling you about the power of numbers. Okay, so if you go out and you introduce 2 people to this business opportunity, and then they do the same. So those 2 people tell 2 people, those 2 people tell 2 people, those 2 people tell 2 people, and those 2 people tell 2 people. Within your team, you have 63 distributors. So that's introducing 2 people that want to look good, feel good, and make money. And if you don't know 2 people that want to do that, then you need some new friends. So what if you knew 5 people? 5 people that wanted to look good, feel good, and make money. So you go out, you introduce 5 people, and they do the same, duplicating what you've done, introduce 5 people, and those 5 people introduce 5 people. They introduce 5 people who introduce 5 people. So within your team, you have 3,906 distributors. Now the difference between this number and this number is actually 3,000, my great mathematician skills here, 843. That's huge. But the actual difference is up here. It's just by introducing another 3 people and sharing this opportunity with another 3 people. That's the difference. That's actually the difference that you can have and grow your team. So when you've gone out and you're growing your team and you're smashing through the promotions, there's obviously a bonus. So with your points, when you get your first promotion, you get a bonus. So going through the positions and the bonuses for you. So you're building your team and you're getting your promotions. So what is attached to that is a bonus. So for all your points, you get your promotions and then you get a bonus. This is on top of your commission. So for reaching the position of Senior Direct Distributor, Juice Plus will give you a bonus of £200. This is if you do this in one calendar month. If you do this again the following calendar month, Juice Plus will pay you an additional bonus of £100. Sales Coordinator, Juice Plus will pay you a bonus of £400. And then if you do this again the next calendar month, an additional £500. Senior Sales Coordinator, £1,800. Remember, these are bonuses on top of your commission you're making. Qualifying National Marketing Director, £3,600 bonus. National Marketing Director, we heard about this earlier, earning around £80,000, that's commission. Bonus, £7,200. And remember I said there was other positions above this? So the next position is International Marketing Director, bonus of £14,400. Executive Marketing Director, £21,600 bonus. The absolute pinnacle, top position in Juice Plus, bonus of £28,800. Amazing. The actual total of all these bonuses together is around £80,000, which is absolutely amazing. People are smashing these bonuses and becoming presidential marketing director through the power of social networking in a year. So it's actually amazing. So whenever I approach anyone about the business or I do events and stuff like that, people always say, you know, they come up with an excuse. And the three main reasons that I ever hear about not joining the business is, the first one is time. I don't have enough time. So obviously we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So the only difference is what you do with those 24 hours. Obviously, as I've said before, I work full-time and I run my part-time business, and I managed to get to Senior Sales Coordinator in 4 months. The next reason that people say they don't want to join the business is one that I feel quite passionate about, and that is that it's unconventional. So you go to school and you're taught to get your GCSEs or your A-levels or whatever, and then you sit in front of a careers advisor and says, what do you want to do with your life? And you sit there at 15, 16 and go, do you know what, I ain't got a clue. And they say, you'd make a really good hairdresser, or why don't you think about childcare, or how about becoming an electrician? And those are all great jobs, which is amazing, but they don't tell you that there's other opportunities out there, and this is a real opportunity. Those bonuses that you're seeing and the structure that you've seen is achievable, it's happening. And, you know, it's a real actual opportunity out there. So the third reason people say about the opportunity is money. So I don't have the money to join the business. So to join the business is actually £50. And what I would always say, and what I've heard a few people say, is that if you don't have £50 to join this business, then you need this business. So that's the business presentation. I hope that gives you some information or helps you in some way. So go out there, guys, do this at events and smash it.